There is a community on YouTube of people, kids mostly, who are watching others play video games. This movie does that for adults. Hi, my name is Anton, welcome to my take. Today I'm talking about Hardcore Henry. The story behind this movie goes all the way back to 2013 when Ilyana Schumer directed a music video called Bad Motherfucker that was shot entirely in POV using a GoPro on a dude's head. It was at that point that everyone realized that you can make amazing action sequences using this method. And so the idea for a full feature film was born. Fun fact, this movie was partially funded using a crowdfunding campaign that raised over $250,000. So a lot of folks were really pumped about watching this. The premise is simple. You wake up in a lab, no memory of anything, there is a lady doctor attaching cybernetic prosthetics to where your limbs used to be. All of a sudden the lab is under attack, now you have to go save yourself, all the while trying to figure out who it is that you are and what you gotta do. First of all, this is a niche movie, so if you don't enjoy action, don't even bother. You're gonna get headaches, dizzy spells, and palpitations. No fun. But if you do appreciate the craft of dudes kicking each other's ass, well, you've come to the right place. But in all fairness, this is a lot more than just an action film. There is a mini musical that takes place, there's amazing character work, which brings me to my favorite part of this film is the performance of Charlton Copley and his many personas throughout this movie. This dude hits it out of the park, even though they don't play baseball in Russia, which is where the movie is shot and the narrative unfolds. In fact, there is a funny quote about that in the movie. Not a lot of baseball, but a lot of baseball bats.
Don't change your channel.
What's interesting is that despite an unrelenting barrage of realistic fight scenes and very low safety standards in Russia, the total injury count for the stunt personnel is 5 stitches and a chipped tooth. When they started shooting, their goal was just let's hope nobody dies, so they did alright. I'm pretty certain that at some point this is going to be made into a video game because it already feels like one. Now, the plot in this movie wasn't intended to be spectacular, but it was decent. There were some twists and turns that I didn't really see coming, and it was entertaining throughout. The novelty did wear off a little bit towards the end, but it was a 90-minute movie, it wasn't really that long, and there was enough of it to keep you entertained and engaged. Another thing that I thought was a little bit disappointing was the finale. It didn't quite have the oomph that I think it needed. The backstory of a villain could have been articulated a little bit more, because it's an intriguing character, but we don't get a lot of the insight into the past. And so, overall, I think I'll give this movie a 7 out of 10. It did what it set out to do. There were surprises along the way that made it more than it could have been, but once you get past the novelty of it all, it is not exactly groundbreaking. So, that is my take. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.